Right, so I've finished work. I'm decided I'm going to go to Aldi to do a bit of a shop. Certainly buy the chocolate mousse pots, maybe the chocolate puddings as well. They're really good for protein. See what else is there. I'll just take some pictures of and film of what I normally buy. So we'll see you there. The first thing we'll come to will be directly on the left in the chiller. It's a bargain at only 99p. So first up, we've got Pro Milk. It comes in 3 different flavours. It has 1.3 grams of fat at 188 calories. It does have 22.1 grams of carbs, which is mainly sugars, but that's good. You need the energy and you'll burn any excess whilst doing exercise. It's obviously not really a meal, but it's a good snack. And if you're going to have a nice drink anyway, you may as well have the protein. I couldn't believe my luck when I spotted these. They're not in very often. These ostrich steaks are absolutely amazing. They've got 24 grams of protein. They're only 146 calories with only 3 grams of fat per one. I always have 2 because I need a lot of protein each day. They do actually also sell these in Sainsbury's all the time, but the price is about £2 higher. So really do, when you see these, grab them. They're an absolute bargain. This next one is another one of my personal favourites. It's absolutely amazing. So it's a pork loin weighing 600 grams, which in total has 670 calories, 13 grams of fat, and 111.5 grams of protein. It cooks in 30 minutes in the oven or only 9 minutes in the microwave. To be honest, I have either half of it in one sitting, or sometimes if it's a heavy train day, I eat the whole thing. It is really, really nice. So there is also this mushroom version, which is absolutely lovely, but it does have higher calories at 725, higher fat at 18.5 grams, but it does have higher protein at 122 grams. So right next to pork, we've got chicken. Obviously, it's really versatile. You can have it hot, you can have it cold. Only 1.1 grams of fat per 100 grams and 24 grams of protein per 100 grams. I like to have it with sweet and sour, lemon and coriander, Thai fajitas with quark. That's a really good one. There really are so many things that you can have chicken with. The 2 kilogram packet is about the best value around. Have actually seen them slightly cheaper in Morrison's for the chicken breast bits, but at like a couple of pence. It's definitely worth getting the big packet, certainly if you're good at meal planning and prepping. So up next, just above the normal bacon, is turkey bacon. It's got 32 calories per rasher with less than 0.5 grams of fat and 7.5 grams of protein, which is pretty good. They're obviously a lot less fat than normal bacon. It's not as nice as normal bacon, but a really good substitute. So if you're looking for a really good clean form of protein, king prawns, normal prawns, absolutely amazing. 0.5 grams of fat, 13.5 grams of protein. And you can have them in a stir fry, you can have them with sweet and sour. They really are amazing. The only problem is they're pretty expensive. Now we're moving on to the cooked chicken section. And here we've got some of my absolute favourites. These are really good for sandwich fillers, wrap fillers, or actually I just eat them straight out of the packet as a snack whilst driving to work. This one only has 1.3 grams of fat and a whopping 23.4 grams of protein. There are a few different ones to choose from. They've all got slightly different fat contents, but the protein's about the same. The price can vary slightly. So wafer thin ham is a lot of people's go-to lunch. It's normally really good in protein and fat. Actually, the Aldi one is one of the worst ones for high fat content out of all the supermarkets. It still has 18 grams of protein, but has 4.4 grams of fat per 100 grams, which is actually quite high compared with the likes of Morrison's and Sainsbury's. So just watch out for that one. So this is definitely my favourite section of Aldi. These chocolate mousses are only 154 calories per tub with 3.2 grams of fat and 20 grams of protein. They're only £1.29 each. They also do a chocolate pudding, which is 10p cheaper, but also has just as much protein. Sadly, both of these are in limited supply, and you can go there and 5 times out of 10, there aren't any there. Now this next section is the instant rice. Whilst they're not overly high in protein, they're also not that high in fat. Typically these packets are between 4 to 5 grams per 100 grams of protein and about 2 to 4 grams of fat per 100 grams. They are perfect if you've forgotten to prep lunch or you're in a hurry. At only 65 pence a pack, it's pretty good. If we move on to the frozen section in Aldi, you'll find that they sell bassa, which is a type of catfish. It's a white meat. It's good for protein, very low for fat. Not quite as good as pollock or cod, as it's slightly more fat content, but it's still really good for you. And you get a lot of protein for your pound. So it's worth noting that the frozen chicken fillets are slightly cheaper than the fresh ones, although they do contain water within the 100 grams weight given. They also sell the pre-cut pieces of chicken, which make it a lot easier, but it's a more expensive way of buying it. Now, if you're like me and you really like a sweet thing or you crave it every now and again, these are absolutely perfect. 320 calories per tub. If everything goes wrong, you eat the whole tub. It's not the end of the world. It's only 300 calories. With only 8.6 grams of fat per pot and 12 grams of protein per pot, it'd almost be rude not to eat the whole thing. You'll find that a lot of the shops are now starting to do these, that you get the salted caramel, the chocolate, the caramel cookies. Morrison's sell them, Sainsbury's sell them. They really are absolutely amazing. Now we move on to the nuts and seeds. These are obviously really good for you, natural forms of fat. They are very high in fat. They're also high in fibre as well, and they contain a good amount of protein. Do watch out because they're very calorie dense. Moving straight on to the jelly, you'll see that these actually have no calories, no fat, no real sugar, no real protein. Whilst they're really good because they don't contain many calories and therefore you can have something sweet, they will probably just make you hungry for and crave sweet. What might be better to have would be rice pudding. Rice pudding for half a tin only has 1.3 grams of fat and actually has 6.3 grams of protein. It does have quite a bit of sugar. Its carbs are at 29 grams and will keep you feeling full. A lot of people like peanut butter. Obviously it's got natural fats, but it is very high in calories and high in fat. You can see here that its protein is 26 grams per 100 grams, but its fat is double that at 52 grams per 100 grams. They say you learn something new every day. Well, today I learned that not all oats have the same macros. This first bag has 8.1 grams of fat with 10.9 grams of protein and a 414 calories per 100 grams. Whereas this second bag has 5.3 grams of fat, 12 grams of protein and only 370 calories per 100 grams. Finally, let's move on to the crisp aisle. Crisps, well, they're all fattening to be fair, but these lentil bites and pop-out crisps are about the best, ranging from 12.7 grams of fat to 18 grams of fat. This seems like a lot, but compared with normal crisps, it's actually quite low. We're back from the shopping. Sadly, they didn't have any of the chocolate pudding pots, but they did have some of the chocolate mousse pots, and I did get some of the ostrich steaks. So that's good. Successful shop. See you later.